Hello and welcome to Eternal Gains, the channel where I show you how to make the most out of your capital and grow your stack in the most sustainable and safe way by not missing out on those juicy APIs, of course. Today I want to talk about another strategy, airdrop hunting or airdrop farming. Now, what are airdrops? There are some very famous examples of big and life-changing money airdrops. For example, Uniswap made an airdrop, which was worth like $8,000 at the time. And there are many other famous examples which airdrop their tokens. Now, what is an airdrop and why companies or protocols are doing it? There are many protocols or websites which are operating before they have a token. So first they develop their platform or their product, and then later on they decide to create a token for their product, right? And through an airdrop, they distribute this token to early adopters or to supporters or to people which, in their eyes deserve to get a reward. Now, how to get airdrops? There are different ways to get airdrops. For example, Uniswap dropped to everybody who just used Uniswap before once, right? So every address which used Uniswap before the airdrop snapshot got dropped the Uni token in their wallet. What is a snapshot? A snapshot is simply a block number at which they basically take a photo, so to speak, of the block, and they check, okay, in this block, so everything previous to this block, which addresses have held our token or have interacted with our platform. On the blockchain, you can basically check on each block what has happened before, so you can also see, okay, which address interacted with which contract, and this is basically how they figured it out. Now, how to get those airdrops? There are different approaches. Some protocols, like Uniswap, they drop it to people which just interacted with the protocol. Others drop it to people which have interacted with the testnet of their product. Others, for example, give airdrops to people who have farmed on their protocol or have interacted with certain pools. Yeah, so there are different distribution models on that. But I would say the most common one is interacting with the contract or with the website, or holding a specific token. This is also another very common practice. If you hold a certain token, then you get airdropped another token, right? This is going on in Cosmos right now. So if you're holding Atom, for example, then there are many projects which are launching on the Cosmos ecosystem and dropping their token to, for example, Atom stakers, right? Why they're doing this? Simply there are two approaches. Approach number one would be they're doing it because of governance. So they want to spread the token as wide as possible. So the governance basically is decentralized of the project, if it is a governance token. Or the other approach would be that they just want to create awareness of their project. So if all of a sudden a lot of people getting a certain token, then of course people are going to talk about it. You know, it's going to come up in Twitter and all of that. So awareness is going to be created kind of organically. Okay, how to get airdrops? Now there's one website here, DeFi Llama. I'm going to put it in the description as always, the link. You can come over here and see projects which don't have a token yet, right? So the chance that they are dropping a coin in the future is kind of high, right? But you are on Eternal Gains, so we are not aping blindly into anything. This would be just irresponsible. And as you can see, there are so many projects here. I'm pretty sure you don't have enough funds to participate in all of them. The main investment for airdrops is time. And therefore, it's a strategy which is also suited for smaller bags, because you don't need huge amounts of money to do the strategy, but you will need some time to research the tokens and basically figure out which ones are worth to interact with and which ones are not. Said that, here you can say on which chain. Here you can see on which chain the potential airdrop project is on. right? So all of this are projects, protocols, which are having different ideas, doing different stuff, and you see on which chains they are launched, right? Now, first of all, again, if you don't have a huge bag, I would avoid everything on Ethereum, simply because the gas fees are very high. And since this is a pure speculation, what we are doing here, it might be not worth to spend a couple of thousand in gas fees and then at the end get nothing, right? I personally right now doing it on Phantom and AVAX. In particularly, one project I'm into is Reaper. So if you look at this one, reaper.farm. I will do a more in-depth video on this project. But now the question, how to find good prospects. Now, the first thing what you want to do, as always, check out Twitter, right? And if they have a website, of course, also check out the website. Now, check out their Twitter profile and see what they are saying, right? Are they active? Are they doing something? Are they developing? You know, are they pushing updates? If they do so, okay, it's already a good sign, which means they keep working on their project. So the chance of dropping a coin in the future is higher and gets higher with every day they are continuing working on the project. If you have a website, have a look at the website, see, okay, how does the website look? And also maybe, you know, check back in a few days and see if anything has changed, if they are like actively developing on it, if there are new pools, for example, added, which is a good sign. Yeah. Then, of course, as always, Discord is a good place to get like deeper into the project, because there you will have most likely the developers and like the community around the project, and you can ask questions and all of that. Then the Git book, which is basically the docs. Have a look at the docs. You know, is there any information here? Is it just like one sentence, or you know, is there really did they put effort into the project, and does the proposition of the project make sense? Because I mean, if it's a shit project and they drop you a token which is worth nothing, then obviously the whole time was for nothing. So make sure that at least the idea what they are having is good and makes sense to you, right? And see if you can build a conviction or not. Then always a good source, of course, to check for is Medium. Look if they have any Medium articles. And also if you can find anything about the tokenomics. So let's see. Reaper Farm tokenomics, right? Now let's see. Reaper Farm. Okay. Here we come back onto the docs. What is Reaper? How does it work? How do you get started? Okay, that's great. Okay, let's see. Do they have anything about the tokenomics here? I would guess so they do. For example, what you could do here is come out here and look for token, right? Let's see. Minting test tokens. No, that's not what you want. Getting started. Right? And this is now basically where the time-consuming part comes in, okay? Like you have to dig through here and see like if you can find something about the tokenomics, like if they are mentioning an airdrop, for example, already, if they have anything to say about how they are planning to distribute their token, if they are planning to do a token or not, right? So you do your research, and if you figure out, okay, they most probably will do a token, the project is solid, you know, they're doing development, everything is going good, then the next step would be to interact with this protocol. Yeah, in this case, Reaper Farm, if you come back to the website, Reaper Farm is a so-called yield aggregator. What they are doing is you can stake your LP tokens here, you know, for example, from Spooky Swap, or this one is from Spirit Swap, and you get an API on that. For example, on this first pool here, you can see that you get a yield per day from 0.13%. This would equate to 61% per year. So what they are doing is you farm the, you give the LP token to them, so to speak. And whenever there is a reward from the LP token, they're going to sell the reward token and basically aggregate your LP tokens. So your LP tokens grow over time. So this is also an exponential function here, meaning your tokens grow exponentially. So if you have 5 LP tokens today, and then next year maybe you have, in this case, 61%, so you have 7.5 tokens in a year's time. But you always get those percentages on the 7%, on the 7.5 tokens, then on 8 tokens, then on 9 tokens. So it's growing exponentially. And this is exactly what you want, right? Okay. I hope this helps. Have a look through this list, see what looks appealing to you, look what makes sense to you. Preferably go for chains which are gas-wise not too expensive, like AVAX or Phantom or Solana, Polygon, stuff like that. And yeah, interact with the protocol and hopefully get an airdrop. I hope that helps. And see you in the next one.